Because after 20 years, it makes sense that we should sit down and look at where we are. How did we get to this point? And where do we hope to be in the years ahead? It's very worthwhile because some of us who were there when the organization was being formed, we had a dream. The question we should ask ourselves, where is that dream? Or where are those dreams? Are the dreams fading away, or have they faded away? What went wrong? And how can we change our condition for the better? This is the breakdown of my lecture. Go back, please. The breakdown. What are the aims and objectives of TMC? What is the scorecard? What are the challenges? And then, where do you professionals, leaders, where do you come in? What are your features? And how can we harness these features to realize the aims and objectives and the way forward? Next. Now, the aims and objectives of TMC are one, the basis. The basis of the conference shall be Quran and Sunnah. I'm sure we all agree with that. The vision is to be the foremost organization guiding, influencing, and setting the agenda for societal reformation in line with Quran and Sunnah. That's our mission. Have we realized this mission? Are we realizing this mission? What's our scorecard will show that later on. That's our vision. Our mission is by providing Islamic forum for education, reformation, and collaboration, we set agenda for the positioning of the Ummah. You know, when we talk about positioning the Ummah, it means the Ummah must be leader, must be the leader of the society. I'm talking of the Islamic Ummah. It means Muslims must be dominant in all facets of life. Muslims must be leaders and dominant in all facets of life. I don't know whether dominance is the right word to use. Dominance may connote trying to impose oneself on others. Is that what we are supposed to do? No. So dominance may not be the right word. Next. Now, what are the objectives now? To spread the comprehensive understanding of Islam to humanity. Are we doing that? To revive the role of the mosque as an institution in society. Have we achieved that? To promote, demonstrate, and preserve Islamic thoughts, values, and ideals. Have we achieved that? To drive Islamic agenda through collaboration with other personalities and organizations. How far so far? To facilitate charitable and social services for practical demonstration of Islamic message, to develop visionary leaders, and produce goal-oriented Muslims, to promote and establish an economic framework based on Islamic values, to facilitate the restoration of Arabic as the language of the Ummah. Have we achieved, after 20 years, have we achieved these objectives? Are we achieving them? How many have we achieved out of 8? Why have we not achieved others? Have we even achieved one? Now, what's our scorecard? These are the programs we have sent out to achieve those objectives. Afkar, Tazkiyah, Islamic training program, Anwar Hanifa, Kurubi fi Sabilillah, impacting on others, medical caravan, guidance and counseling, RAM business, Al-Baraka Microfinance Bank, Iftar Sahib, Women Concern Foundation, International Center for Global Peace Initiatives, High Control Ventures, Limited, Traffic Control. I think 2 programs, 2 organs are not here. Can anybody remind me? Z and S and what? CIO. Under. And which one? Nobody has mentioned it though. All right. Those are the programs we set up to achieve the aims and objectives. We need to ask ourselves how far so far. After organizing all these programs, we need to ask some basic questions. It presupposes that by virtue of all these programs, all our objectives will have been achieved in 20 years. Is 20 years enough to achieve the objectives? If it is not enough, how many years will be enough to achieve the objectives? Then that's what the next slide now follows. Yeah. How impactful? What is its current membership size and spread? What is its growth rate? How large is TMC? How large is TMC? And look, you will be kidding yourself if you are asking how large is TMC without taking into consideration the present population of Nigeria. Are we up to 5,000? Are we up to 5,000? We are not looking at Nigeria now. Lagos alone. What is the estimate population of Lagos now? 20 million. Who tells 5 million? 20 million. If you are 5,000, what fraction? Calculate it. Calculate it. 5,000 all over 20 million. What will it give you? Or how many percentage? What's the percentage of 5,000 in 20 million? Let somebody calculate it for us. 0. It is 0.000 something. 0.0025. Not even 1 to 1% in 20 years. 20 years. We could only influence 5,000 Muslims in Lagos State. You know, it will be worse if you say in the southwest. Abi? Will it not be worse? So, you are the leaders. You are the leaders. What are you doing? Does it bother you? Do you feel concerned? Yeah. We don't even need to talk about the growth rate. It is not growing. Are we growing? How many masajid are under our control? Before we can talk about how many masajid are under our control, we need also to have let's have an estimate figure of masajid in the southwest. How many states do you have TMC? How many masajid are in those states? How many Ratibi are there? How many central mosques are there? How many are we controlling? You are the leaders here from all over the places. What is happening? How visible are we in the media? Because to spread the message of Islam, you need media presence. They have spoken, they have read Koko Onugbu this morning, the TMC feature. On the TV programs, talk shows, how many of them TMC has been, it's been invited, or TMC members are invited to come and hear the view of Islam? Do they even consult us when they want to know the position of Muslims in Nigeria? Do they consult us in all our various states? How close are we with the editors of most of the press houses? How close are we with the editors, the producers of programs? How many programs are we organizing? We need to ask ourselves, because if you don't have media presence, it's like you are dead or you don't even exist. How large, or let's say, how gigantic are our economic enterprises? How have we been able to leverage on our size and the caliber of members of TMC? Look, another question is very, very important for us to ask. What is TMC? Is it an organization for the professionals of artisans? Or is both? You need to ask yourself. Not being able to realize the objectives. Is there something structurally wrong with bringing artisans and professionals together? These are questions we should ask ourselves. How influential are we in political discourse? Can we single-handedly vote for somebody to be in government, whether legislature or in the executive? Are we so? Can we muzzle such a numerical force to say we are removing this governor, we are removing that chairman of local government, we shall work for the recall of this legislature from the House of Assembly? Are we that influential? We need to ask ourselves. How convincing are his intellectual arguments? If we are talking to some people about Islam, how will they be convinced that yes, what these people are saying is the truth? It makes sense. Emotions apart. How intellectually strong are we? What is the depth of our intellectualism? How patronizing are our slogans? Are people ready to relate or interact with us based on our slogans? In fact, there are still other questions I ask. Which your own is not bringing out. But these are enough questions. Where is TMC in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years? Where are we going to be? For sure. I don't know. All of us as a leader like this, I don't think we all will remain like this in the next 10 years. We will all be alive. Is it possible? It's possible. Now, let's now look at each of those objectives and we now try to juxtapose them with the program. Are they achieving results? To spread comprehensive understanding of Islam to humanity, to revive the role of the mosque as an institution in society, to promote, demonstrate, and preserve Islamic thoughts and values and ideas. Is our Askar achieving that? Is our Tazkiyah achieving that? Are the Tazkiyah growing? Are they growing? Our ITP, how effective is our ITP? Are we recording new faces annually? What is the rate of growth? Next. To drive economic agenda through collaboration with other personalities and organizations. We hope Human Concern Foundation, CFI, Center for Global Peace Initiative will achieve that. Are they still existing, those programs? Are they achieving those objectives, that objective? How many organizations and personalities have they brought on board? Does the TMC has a database for all we are saying? Do we have a database? Now, to facilitate charitable and social services for practical demonstration of Islamic message, we hope these programs should make impact. Medical Caravan, Guidance and Counseling, Round Business, Al-Baraka Microfinance Bank, Iftar Soy, Human Concern Foundation, National Center for Global Peace, Agma Group, Traffic Control, Solace, Vanguard, ZNS. Are they achieving that? Next, develop visionary leaders and produce goal-oriented Muslims. I don't know what program we've set up to achieve that. I don't know. This one, CG, Congress Guard. Okay, you can put it in your own. To promote and establish an economic framework based on Islamic values. You know, our Round Business is achieving or will achieve that. Is it achieving or has achieved that? Has Round Business achieved it? Al-Baraka Microfinance Bank. Has it? How many members of TMC has Al-Baraka transformed from being a Mustaiku to a Muzeki? Al-Mustaiku is a recipient of Zakat. How many Al-Mustaiku have we made a Muzeki, a payer of Zakat? We need to transform people from being recipient to payer. Have we achieved that? How many of you here has the microfinance transformed from being a Mustaiku to a Muzeki? Place up your hand. None. That calls for critical reflection. To facilitate the installation of Arabic as the language of the Muslims, we need to ask ourselves, where are the Arabic centers of TMC? How many Arabic scholars has TMC produced? What's the future of Arabic language in TMC? How many of us here can speak Arabic? Usma. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, 7. Out of. So we need to ask ourselves about that. Now, who are the professionals? A professional is a person who is engaged in recycling, activity, occupation, gain. You know all these definitions. When I talk about professionals, you know who we are talking about? Doctors, accountants, engineers, lawyers, educators, scientists, and other things. Next. Then, these are definitions of professionals. Go on. They are unique features. Go back. Now, the unique of professionals include expert and specialized knowledge in field which one is practicing professionally. Excellent manner, practical and literal skills in relation to profession. High quality work in examples, creations, projects, services, presentations, consultancy, primary, the high standard of professional ethics, behavior and work activities, while carrying out one's profession as an employee, self-employed person, career, enterprise, business company. The professional owes a high duty to a client, often a privilege of confidentiality, as well as a duty not to abandon the client just because he or she may not be able to pay or remunerate the professional. Often, the professional is required to put the interest of the client ahead of his own interest. Our professionals, is that how you conduct your profession? Go. Now, we are now addressing what went wrong. why have we not been able to achieve those laudable aims and objectives? They are largely personal. The problem is largely personal. Our individuals know the problem. Look at this statement. Watch your dreams, they become thoughts. Watch your thoughts, they become words. Watch your words, they become actions. Watch your actions, they become habits. Watch your habits, they become the character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. This statement is echoing a Quranic verse. Yes. Allah repeats this verse in two places. In Surah Al-Anfal and Surah Al-Ra'd, chapter 8 and 13. Inna Allah la yughayyiru ma biqawmin hatta yughayyiru ma bi anfusihim. Allah will never change the condition of the people until they change themselves. Until your dream, until you watch your dreams, until you start dreaming big, you can never be big. How many of us have dreams? How many of us have dreams? Ambitions. You have a dream. What's your dream? Tell us. One to lower. Who is ready with his dream? I'm not ready to dream. Tell us. A big time entrepreneur. Just like that. Is that your dream? It's not yet a dream. What's your dream?
Relevant in society and relevant in the side of Omagala.
General, that's too big. General, everybody wants to be relevant. Sir?
The agriculture, this Western Israel, and the government promoted it,
That's what you buy the taboo
and the state
to
we realize it all the time. Okay, that to one decide maybe very soon we will be promoted starting from the state.
And you have to achieve. Promotion you have to achieve.
Very promoted.
And what that person can tell you the same thing. What is unique? What makes it special?
To increase the food production in the Western.
Increase by how many percent? You see, when we are talking about dreams, I'm coming to their dreams. And if you claim you have a dream and it is not written down, it's not a dream. So back on one no it's a dream. Your dream must be smart, compliant. It must be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time bound. Time bound. Tí o bá ti ní ẹnu is not yet a dream. And you can see. If you have no dream, your life has no value. It means you are just living life like others. Bó bá ṣe gbà. Ẹ kàn ń lo life bó ṣe gbà ni. Ẹ níbi tẹ́ ẹ lọ. And who is going to help you? You bring out your car in the morning and you are driving. What the junction? You met a woman, a man there. What your man say? Esa, ń bò lẹ́ lọ. Ìwọ ń lọ Jíbó, òun lọ sí Anthony. For example, mi ní lè help yín. Jíbó ni èmi ń lọ. Ẹ̀yin dẹ̀ lọ sí Anthony abóhùn lọ sí Anthony ó gbéra ń bí ìsìn ẹnìkan sọ pé òun lọ sí Pangrove ok màá gbé yín ẹ̀bọ́lẹ̀ ní Pangrove àmì àwọn lọ sí Anthony àbí ẹni tó níbi tó ń lọ ó ṣe help but ó ń lọ wá rí èèyàn kan ẹ̀kúnbò lẹ́ ń lọ tẹ̀dó sẹ́gbẹ̀ títì ó ní ibi tẹ́ ẹ̀ lọ náà mú lọ can you help me will you carry him dáhùn bọ̀bọ̀ ọmọ ìyàwó Islam ṣe máa gbé ẹsà ń bò lẹ́ lọ ibi tẹ́ lọ ní gbogbo lọ àbí ẹlẹ́yàn lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ títì ń bò lẹ́ lọ wọ́n ní mi lọ́dún kankan ẹgbẹ́ tó síbí báyìí it looks funny but that is what most of us are if you have no dream. If you have no dream, that you are just living life as it comes. And Allah did not create you like that. In Allah, la yughayyiru ma biqawmin hatta yughayyiru ma bi anfusihim. Àyàfi tí thought yín bá change. It's only when your thoughts change that you will be able to fulfill your destiny. You have no dream. Look at Quran. Quran came to teach us how to dream dreams. Look at Quran chapter 24 verse 55. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وعد الله الذين آمنوا منكم وعملوا الصالحات لا يستخلفنهم في الأرض كما استخلف الذين من قبلهم ولا يمكنن لهم دينهم الذي ارتضى لهم ولا يبدلن من بعد خوفهم أمنا يعبدونني لا يشركون بي شيئا ومن كفر بعد ذلك فأولئك هم الفاسقون. صدق الله العظيم. Ọlọ́run kọ́ wa bá ṣe máa dream. Ọlọ́run kọ́ wa bá ṣe máa dream. Èmi Ọlọ́run ready o. Mo ṣe ìlérí fún yín o. If you can dream this big dream, I am promising you. La yastakhlifannahum fil ard. Ẹ máa di ẹni tó máa jogún ilẹ̀. You will gain mastery on the land. You become so powerful. The way America is being consulted today, Muslims náà máa consult. Ẹni tí ò bá dé ìlú Mùsùlùmí kò gbà pọ̀ ń lajú. Bó jẹ́ pé téèyàn bá lọ sí US, tí ò bá lọ sí UK kò gbà pọ̀ ń lajú. Tí wọn bá tí wá sí Mecca Medina, wọn lè rí ọ̀làjú láyé. Àbí tí wọn ò bá dé ìletò àwọn Mùsùlùmí, wọn lè gbà pa àwọn lajú. Lẹ́yìn tó bá dé any country in Europe, wọn náà lè fi yẹn bóòsì. Mo ti lọ sí Austria, mo lọ France, mo lọ Germany, mo lọ Russia. Àbí ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀pọ̀ wọn Nàìjíríà kan á lọ pé ó lajú. Ó lóun lọ Nàìjíríà ẹ̀ tó wọ̀ Nàìjíríà ó. Mo ló jẹ lọ Nàìjíríà ṣáàjẹ́gúnlẹ̀ ló lọ àdúgbò. So dream sí gbogbo wa ló kú láti achieve. So we think that ọ̀rọ̀ tán ṣe ìròrí nígbàtí èèyàn bá ní dream tó ní àlá tó ga ìgbà yẹn ló ṣẹ̀ máa ro dáadáa nípa àlá tó láyẹn. Ohun tó bá dẹ̀ ń dúnyàn jù ló máa pọ̀ náà ló máa sọ. Ó máa di habit àdì character àdì wáyé. Tó bá yá àwa di kíni àbọ̀lẹ̀ ta ló rí kádàrà ta ló sọ fún wa pé in the next 20 years TMC ò ní produce the government of Nigeria. Ọlọ́run kọ́lẹ̀ pé kò ní rí bẹ́ẹ̀. How many of you here dream of becoming a billionaire? Billionaire. I'm not talking of millionaire. Rí ọ̀rẹ́ wo. Question rẹ̀, this question. This is question. Ṣé ìwọ rí láwọn máa fún Ọlọ́run sọ pé o lè mílíọ̀nìà? Ṣé o rí láwọn máa fún? O rí láwọn máa fún náà? But nínú ìròrí o ti condition ọpọlọ ẹ pé èmi yìí ò lè polówó láyé. Tó máa ń polówó kọ́ máa pè. What's wrong in becoming a millionaire or a billionaire? Ṣé sì wá tako? Ẹ̀ṣẹ́ ní kábàdì billionaire, kábàdì billion. Kí náà lùkùrá ní sọ? Wa an laysa lil insan wa an laysa lil insan ní tó bá sapá fún ló máa rí. Súnmọ́ wà á nìsàn àyẹ́wò sáwọ́fẹ́wọ́ iṣẹ́ tí ó bá ṣe wà á rí. Tó bá ṣiṣẹ́ kọ́bọ̀níà kọ́bọ̀ náà ló máa rí. Tó bá ṣiṣẹ́ mílíọ̀níà náà ló máa rí. Súnmọ́ ìjìzáwó jẹ̀sà aláwọ̀fà. Ọlọ́run ní gbígbà padà fún wa àti táwọn bá yí àníyàn wa padà. Àníyàn wa ni ò yí padà. Àníyàn wa ló ń sọ pé ọmọ ẹ̀yìn wá a gbọ́dọ̀ bọ́ síwájú. That's the problem. Next. Then, to be effective. Kí a lè yí ìgbà padà fúnra wa sí dáadáa. We need to have these habits. They take initiative. Next slide. Break down. Next one. Yeah. Be proactive. You have to be proactive. What is being proactive? Many of us are reactionaries. Ohun tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ ló máa ń condition kan tá a máa ṣe. Níṣe tiwa. You don't have your own ways of doing things. You don't have a goal. How can you achieve greatness when you don't have a goal? Where you are going? They do not impose limits on themselves that prevent them from acting. Many of us impose limits on ourselves. Abi? Mi ò kàwé tó o ní ìdúró. Èmi náà mọ àwọn èèyàn ní gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì tó omi lè là láyé mi. Ní fámìlì wa kò sólówó bẹ̀. Èmi gan ò lè lówó. Bàbá àti àtọ́ bí mi kalẹ̀ wọn lówó náà. Tó bá lè ní fẹ́ rọra mi polówó níbí. Àbí àwọn orogún ìyá mi nílé bàbá àwọn sàṣìlò. Ó yẹ kí n ti jù báyìí lọ. Tí ò bá sí ìjà ìdílé, ogun ìdílé, ó lè làlá yí ẹ̀ tó bá ti ní gbogbo òní ẹ̀ nínú ọmọ ẹ̀. Tọ́lọ́lọ́mù ò bẹ́sẹ̀ nínú Al-Qur'an. Ọlọ́run ní fáṣù fí ìmọ̀nà kíbìá. Fáṣù fí ìmọ̀nà kíbìá. Huwa alladhi ja'ala lakum al-arda dalulan famshu fi manakibiha. Òun ló ń rọ ilẹ̀ fún yín ẹ bá lọ lórí ẹ̀. Wọ́n á sọ pé ogun ìdílé ní òjẹ́ kó achieve. Lẹ́yìn Allah kábùtù ń jẹ́ ìkọ̀kan. Tó wá ń sọ pé àwọn kan ìdíyàwó àti ẹ̀má tó lówó. Look, kéèyàn tó ń là láyé. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has established some principles. If you apply those principles, whether you are a Muslim or you are a Catholic, you will be rich. You will be great. Let me tell you. Ṣé gbogbo àwọn tó ń gbé Amẹ́ríkà ní tálákà? Àbí lówó? Gbogbo àwọn tó ń gbé Nàìjíríà ló lòṣì. Ẹ ṣe ń lówó, ẹ̀rọ lòṣì. Every society. Professions. Ta ló sọ fún gbogbo doctor lólówó? Ta ló sọ fún gbogbo mechanic lólòṣì? Bẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lólówó mechanic, ẹ̀rọ lòṣì mechanic. Bẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ní àgbẹ̀ olówó, ẹ̀rọ ayé àgbẹ̀. Gbogbo profession. Àwọn tó àwọn tó rí ṣe yẹn ní gbogbo profession tẹ́ bá wo ìṣe wọn àtàwọn tí wọn ní ìṣe wọn yàtọ̀ ẹ lọ investigate kan tó ń sọ ẹni tó lówó àtẹlẹdún yóò ṣe ẹ lọ wò ṣe wọn ṣe wọn bákan náà ni olùjẹ bákan náà àti pé ṣe gbogbo àwọn tó lówó yẹn ìwà tó ń wù lólówó ẹ má fi yẹn ṣe torí pé wọ́n ti lówó tán ẹ lọ bí wọ́n léèrè pé nígbà tí wọ́n ti lówó kí ni tó ń ṣe wọ́n fi lówó yẹnìkẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ ṣe. They recognize that they have the freedom to determine the kind of character they will have. You are in control. In essence, once of life, what you have is your fault. What you will be is your choice. Sori tó báyìí tí ìgbà tí mo sọ yẹn gbọ́, are great. If we are not great individually, how can we transform TMC? And we make a mistake. We equate collective responsibility with individual responsibility. What you are is your fault. What you will be is your choice. Continue Allah you will become me, and I will you be unforeseen. Ohun tó wà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí wọ́n ló fà á. Bó bá ní wọ́n ló fà á, ó lè grow. Ohun tó ní kálukú wa máa padà dà lọ́la is our choice. Inna shakiran wa inna kafura. Inna hadaynahu sabila. Inna shakiran wa inna kafura. Faman sha'a falyu'min wa man sha'a falyakfur. It's your choice. Àgbáyé ló sọ̀rọ̀. They may not be able to control their circumstances, but they can decide how to make the best use of those circumstances. Àwọn sọ fún pé èèyàn kí ló Nàìjíríà. Ṣé rí ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run ó fún káàrí gbogbo ayé ni? Ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀. Ọlọ́run ò dáhùn ẹ̀kú wá fi àjẹ wọn. Ọba aláàrú ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Àrísìkí tó kó kalẹ̀ ó tó gbogbo wa. So, láti ga tèmi, I don't see you as my rival. You are not my rival. I'm not in competition with anybody. I will be great. Say it.
I will be great.
By my own choice.
By my own choice.
I will be great.
I will be great.
By my own choice.
By my own choice.
Problem ta ní lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí kábà pé àwọn la kọ́ ọ̀sẹ̀. If in my career mi ò progress, if in my work I'm not progressing, it is my fault. Mi ò ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ kí n ṣe ni. Ibi tí mo wá fẹ́ dé yẹn, èmi ọwọ́ mi ló kù sí. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí Ọlọ́run bá dá, the wealth, the resources that Allah has created are inexhaustible. They are inexhaustible. Or no, they are inexhaustible. We can never exhaust them. They are there. They say knowledge is power. No. Not all knowledge is power. If you have the knowledge, I don't know how to use it. What is it? Ability. So how to use that knowledge is what? Is power. And the word of today is the word of knowledge. Knowledge. Why is America the greatest? Because their knowledge power and not to use knowledge. Yesterday, I was watching on Al Jazeera. You know, North Korea threatened that it will exterminate America, have you? What is the business of the current defense secretary of the US? He said the America is now ready to deploy 3 times nuclear interceptor. That we are going to protect ourselves from the threats posed by North Korea. You get it? And they have this knowledge. Look at the drones they use to attack. These are not humanly controlled drones. They program them to go and attack 20% of people. That is what. What other country has that drone? Iran. No, that doesn't have it. Iran intercepted one of the drones and they tried to manipulate it. They have not yet known it. Have you ever seen Iranian drone? Have you ever seen it drone? They say they have. Everybody can make any claim. The only ones we know is the US drone. Russia does not have. China does not have. So that's power, knowledge. So don't accept these second-class citizens. We all here will be inshallah. Because it is in our destiny to be. Why? We are mu'minun, we are believers in Allah. Allah says, وَلَا تَيْنُوا وَلَا تَحْزَنُوا وَأَنْتُمُ الْأَعْلَوْنَ إِن كُنتُم مُؤْمِنِينَ. That's it. That's what Allah says. وَلَنْ يَجْعَلَ اللَّهُ لِلْكَافِرِينَ عَلَى الْمُؤْمِنِينَ سَبِيلًا. Never will the unbelievers lead us. That is what Allah said. But it is what you Muslims are making of that statement that matters. Next. Begin with the end in mind. If you want to be great, my brothers in Islam, have your vision in your mind. Particularly when you are dead. What will people say about you? Can you roll the time to face on fire? Have it at the end of your mind. When you have your dream, my brother, write it down. Get a cardboard. Let it be in your office. When you open your laptop, that's the first thing you will see. When you are sleeping in your house, you see it. That's my dream. That's what I want to be. My brother, the moment you have your dream, you see, Allah has done one thing. If you can dream anything, it is possible. What you cannot dream of is not possible. Ohun tó bá ti lè ronú ẹ̀, ó lè ṣẹlẹ̀. Ohun tó bá ti lè rò, ó lè kó possible. Kọ́lọ́n bá ti lè fi sínú ọpọlọ ẹ̀, it means you can achieve it. It's now left to you to achieve it. Marhaba, our honorable is here. So, imagine ourselves sitting in the lap of the group at our funeral. Imagine what people honestly say about us based on the way we are now. Meaning that Kaba Kunisi. Meaning that Kaba Kunisi. Kill our offense on power. What are they going to say about us? Do we like what we hear? Is that how we want to be remembered? If not, we must change it. My brother, we must change it. We must change it. We must change it. We must take hold of our lives. Stop blaming people. For me or in my life, now, I don't see anybody as my problem. And I don't see any system as my problem. I am my own personal problem. Nobody is obstructing me to make progress. No, nobody. Because I'm not in competition with anybody. I'm not in competition with anybody. Because I know Allah that I serve has provided for everybody. The resources are there. Just go there and take it. Come shoot him and kill him. That's what it tells us. We can begin by drafting a personal mission statement that outlines our goals and describe the kind of person we want to be. First, put first things first. Meaning, the time conscious. We should never let our most important priorities fall victim to the least important. Once you have a dream in life, everything you will be doing will revolve around that dream. If anybody comes to me to be agenda today, agenda to do báyìí, màá fi sínú dream ni. Ǹjẹ́ tó gbé báyìí tó wọ dream ni? Tó bá ti wọ, you are together. Tí o bá ti wọ, àbá assalamu alaikum. Ẹ máa bá ti wọ, I'm not interested in that. Ṣíṣèjà. Why? If you don't have agenda, people will give you their own agenda. Abi, if you don't have your own personal agenda, other people will give you their own agenda. Iṣẹ́ òjò náà máa ṣe. Iṣẹ́ oníṣẹ́. Iṣẹ́ ti ẹ̀dá. And with time, àwọn tíṣẹ́ tí o fẹ́ ṣe tó bá ti wọn, you meet and you work together. We confuse. We spend our time reacting to urgent circumstances and emergencies and never invest leadership effort to develop the ability to prevent emergencies in the first place. We confuse the important with the urgent. We confuse the important with the urgent. When a matter is important, it can either be very important or not important. I mean, look at the two extremes. A matter is either very important or not important. I mean, a matter can be urgent, very urgent or not urgent. I mean, where do you think you should be? It's a pity. I don't have to draw the matrix. Where do you want to be? Very important, very urgent, or very urgent, important? Not very important. Or not very important, not very urgent. Where do you want to be? Very important. Ṣé ilé ẹ̀ka máa ṣe? Yes. Yes, raise up your hand. Very important. Very urgent. Raise down your hand. Very important. Urgent. Very important. Few months.